Hello everyone. Welcome to a new Meet the Team episode. And yeah, it's different this time because we usually do them online. But fortunately, now we're at the team building event. I won't disclose the location, but it's nice. No, we've been working a lot this week. It's been very tiring, but we have a lot of new initiatives coming. So consider this an alpha for the community because you're going to see some changes soon for the better, I promise. Some very exciting things coming up. And since we're here at our team summit, I caught Patrik. He was going to be the next guest on our Meet the Team series. We were supposed to do this online, but fortunately he's here in person with me, so we decided to film everything here. So Patrik, welcome. I'm sure the community is excited to get to know more about you. Please, let's start off with what you do at Oasis. Tell us a bit about yourself, maybe.
Sure, yeah, thanks, Mihna. So first, warm welcome to everyone. Very quickly about me, I joined Oasis approximately, let's say 6 months ago as the Ecosystem Growth Manager. Now, I know that titles might mean a lot or they might mean nothing. That's why I'm going to expand a bit more on what actually my role is at Oasis. So the thing is, I'm the part of the BD team. I work together with Matej, Marco, William, and Robert. But the difference is that while the rest of the team is focused on the bringing in new projects and bringing new partnerships, collaborations, I take the lead once the projects are onboarded. So, how does this look like in practice is that once, different type of collaborations that we have, are signed, let's put it that way, we hop on calls with the teams and try to figure out, where do they need support from the Oasis perspective. Now, in most cases, we are discussing the marketing stuff, but in some cases, it's also like engineering support, etc. The thing is that it really depends from team to team, the phase that the project is at, the capabilities that they have, and of course, what they are interested in. So, while I'm primarily in the BD team, I'm also fully integrated with the marketing team and the events team, just because of most of my collaborations. So most of my day-to-day activities are focused on cooperating with different departments. So yeah, this is quickly about my role. Should I go into, I don't know.
No, first I wanted to say, don't undersell yourself because you have helped me a lot, especially with putting together all our ecosystem projects. Remember for that campaign?
Oh yeah.
That is not yet launched, but we'll be doing some cool stuff with ecosystem projects soon. But yeah, no, I actually wanted to know more about how your journey started in crypto. What were you doing before?
Sure.
Getting interested in blockchain. How did that happen? Were you just interested in technology? Was it the financial part of things like trading? Were you an investor? Were you interested in the actual technology? I'm curious to learn more about that.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go a bit longer considering we have time. So I am by education, I'm the engineer of media production. So I was always interested into that, the geeky aspect of the tech. I also studied economy, but dropped out just because I was following my passion and continued a bit more creative route. To be a bit more precise, I am the sound engineering. So again, very geeky aspect of the tech. The thing is that I was even though I spent some time working in the TV and film industry, I very quickly shifted towards a bit more the marketing aspect. And fast forward a few years after the college, I kickstarted my own marketing agency, which was relatively small at that point, but it was a very, very good learning ground. Learning ground because I was responsible for bringing in the projects. While on the flip side, I was also responsible that the projects, meet the KPIs, get executed in a proper manner, that the communication with the customers is handled appropriately, etc. So that was my role, but on the flip side, I was working with like a bunch of different freelancers where everyone was like filling in the gap that they were good at. So yeah, this is about my background, but then again, like fast forward a few years, and then my first, let's say, Web3 experience, that thing. Yeah, now it gets interesting. No, actually in 2019, it was me first time working with one like ICO project. At that time, it was like a small collaboration, but it was, the first work-related experience about that. While a bit more like the private experience was like before, like in 2018, it was a top. Of course, everyone heard about it, and like there was, we all lost some money at that point.
Everybody lost money.
But then in 2019, I was involved in a bit more like work-related manner. But then again, fast forward like 2-3 years, and I got in touch with the project called Otrail. It was a data integrity project at that time, which later rebranded to Epsilon, and that was where I spent like 5 years prior to joining the Oasis.
I think our community is very familiar with Epsilon. We had a lot of joint events with them. They were using our tech. So
exactly. Yeah. So this is what we were working on: the embedded wallets integration, and yeah. So the thing is that the shift from agency lifestyle to being focused on one project happened with Epsilon, and that's where kind of like I learned the ropes of Web3 marketing, community building, ecosystem, everything related, and also I made my first steps in the BD role.
Like in all startups, you needed to be a jack of all trades.
Exactly.
This is how the situation is in most startups. You have to put on many hats. So and this is beneficial actually because you develop multiple skills at once. So it basically opens up your horizon for.
I mean, you need to expose
tests.
yourself, and like you need to fail to learn stuff. But the thing is, those lessons are are very good. And after I don't know, like 5+ years of doing stuff, like you get like a pretty good sense of what works and what doesn't. And the role where I'm currently at, I think like those experiences are like very, very beneficial because again, like it depends of the stage where the projects that we onboard are at. But like we can very quickly come to some potential, I don't know, I'm not going to say solutions, but like things that they can do to either increase the exposure on social media or, I don't know, like it really depends from project to project and the KPIs that they are going for. But yeah.
I get it. Yeah. And may I say you're doing a tremendous job here.
Thank you, sir.
And this kind of leads up to my next question. Like, I also wanted to know, since you said you're basically a jack of all trades, you're working with all the departments basically. What does this mean in the end? Like, I'm curious to see what a typical day looks like for you. Like, what's your thought process? What's your routine? And maybe if you can share this publicly, what are some of the initiatives that you're currently working on?
Yeah, thanks for saying that. If I can share this publicly, just so that we had a disclaimer.
Yeah, we need to be careful.
Yeah, so the thing is that, days can be pretty different, like depending on the stuff that we're doing. But when it comes to like the base layer, I spend a lot of time on Telegram, on Slack, or all the channels that we have open with our partners. And on the flip side, I also spend like a lot of time on the calls with the team internally, just so that everything is coordinated, the team is aware of all the stuff that is happening, etc. So to put it shortly, like working in Web3, like we don't have like 9-to-5 job. It's just like a bunch of coordinating, bunch of calls, bunch of back and forth emails, just so that everything runs smoothly and everyone, like all the stakeholders, are aware of the stuff that they need to be aware of. Then the second part of the question was the initiatives.
Yeah, if you have anything that exciting that you're currently working on, and maybe
I mean,
you can share.
Yeah. So there is a lot of exciting stuff. But one thing that I'm really passionate about is that. So I'm working on a bit of like experimental project, like on how to scale or how to like improve the BD funnel. So while we this might sound a bit abstract, but so while at the moment we have like pretty nicely laid out the flow of how to onboard new projects, etc. Like what I would like to experiment at the moment is to add like an additional layer of prospecting or like lead collection that would be a bit more automated and that we would try also. I'm gonna paraphrase or like shoot in the dark, but maybe like different ads or I don't know, newsletter campaigns, like social media campaigns, like to collect the leads and potentially onboard some of the interesting projects. But again, this is an experimental project that is still in a very early phase. But
it's good that you're bringing a fresh perspective and you're trying to revamp or refresh some of the old processes. Some of
I mean, at the end, it's all about experimentation and see what works and what doesn't. Because maybe some of the stuff that worked in the past, like now it doesn't work. And I think you always need to have like. I don't know, like a bit of buffer, just so that you can play around with new stuff and experiment.
Exactly. No, but I can tell you this from my experience, from my department, because we tend to, especially since I've been with Oasis for almost 5 years now, so you maybe forget some of the old processes or they're left unupdated, right? So this is what I'm currently working on as well. Like I need to refresh some of the old processes.
This is always good,
improve the customer support experience. As I think these things are very important. Okay, so you've been with Oasis for a couple of months now, and you've been exposed to our tech stack for a while since you were with Epilon. What do you think sets us apart from other projects?
Well, if we take the tech stack out of the equation, it's easy. The team for sure, best team. To be a bit more specific, like while I do believe that the team, like with a good synergy and like high enough level of expertise can do miracles. I think that one of the key differentiators is, Ruffle. But the thing is that we recently started gaining interest like from projects that are using AWS but are looking for a bit more like decentralized solutions that enable the additional layer of like verifiability, but also are cheaper than AWS, GCP, etc. So I think this is definitely one of the like key differentiators that I think that at the moment sets Oasis apart.
I think that this is our main differentiator, like verifiability, and I think that's the whole crypto ethos, like right, the whole blockchain ethos, verifiability.
Don't trust, verify.
Like, don't trust, verify. So I think we're steering the right mission.
No, absolutely. But it's good to see, because one thing is building stuff, and like thinking about like potential situations, outcomes, solutions, blah blah. But like once you start getting signals, like from the other side, this is when this, in my opinion, is like the sweet spot. So yeah.
How are you as a privacy user, as a regular privacy user? What's something that you use in your daily life when it comes to privacy? Maybe tools, maybe, I don't know, something that you're careful with about not sharing your data. I don't know. How do you position yourself?
Yeah, I would say that probably one of the most used like privacy tool that I use like on a daily basis is the VPN. It's especially like if you're like traveling a lot or like on the conferences, etc. Like being connected to all the shady Wi-Fi's on the airport, etc. I think this is like a must-have toolkit. So yeah, definitely VPN from my end. Yeah.
Yeah, VPNs are good.
Yeah.
Okay, we've talked about your role here at Oasis. We've talked about how you got started into crypto. Would you maybe like to share who is Patrik as a person in his daily life? Are you a loving husband? Are you passionate about something? Like what makes you tick?
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting philosophical question. I mean, overall, I do really enjoy like travel, sports, etc. But I think that one of the key pillars is finding the right balance between not overworking yourself and like taking time like to take a breather, etc. So yes, Patrik is a person that loves to go, I don't know, like up the mountain, enjoys the nature, but on the flip side also loves to deep dive into, I don't know, like whatever gets the imagination going, either being some new tech, new tool, new gadget, I don't know, like audio equipment. So this is kind of
Don't step into gadget territory because we all know at Oasis I'm the gadget guy.
He knows
I'm
his
the
stuff.
gadget guy, so don't overstep your boundaries, man.
Sir.
Okay, so I guess we kind of covered everything. I do want to get to the last part of the interview, which is the flash round. I usually do this with all the guests. So a couple of quick questions, quick answers,
Sure.
and
I'll
be out of your hair because we have a couple of other team activities that we need to get to. Okay, first question: coffee or tea?
Coffee for sure.
Coffee. Okay, I'm a coffee man myself. Although Turkish tea is something to be experimented with, I highly recommend it.
Fully trusted, but still coffee.
If you could instantly learn a new skill, what would it be?
Probably Chinese or something. Some new language.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would definitely learn Mandarin.
So languages, this is my thing.
Same area. If you could have any superpower, what would that be and why?
Flying.
Flying.
Yes.
So you're a Superman fan.
Not necessarily a Superman fan, but I just like to, move around fast.
Okay.
And it gives you like a new perspective.
Works.
Bird's eye.
What's your favorite thing about Slovenia, about your country?
Mountains.
Mountains. You have a beautiful country.
Yeah,
if you
nature.
haven't visited Slovenia, I definitely recommend it.
Like mountains are stunning.
Decentralization or scalability, if you had to pick one.
I mean, decentralization for sure.
Okay.
We are not at the stage yet where scalability, at least in my opinion, would be like a major problem.
No, but like decentralization is more important because with that you can have scalability. But
absolutely,
centralized scalability doesn't appeal to us. So, favorite place to visit? I know you've traveled the world, so.
I would say Japan.
Japan. I still haven't been, but.
I mean, it's stunning. It's just so different. Growing up in Europe and then like going to Japan, it's next level. Yeah.
Favorite book?
Yeah, that's a tough one, but I would say Prisoners of Geography. It's one that it's a geopolitical book. It's becoming more and more relevant, but I would definitely choose.
I like to ask this question because I'm building a new library.
Nice.
And last question, favorite crypto event?
Favorite crypto event? That's a tough one. I mean, ETC probably. If not ETC, Denver.
Okay.
So one of those events where you have like all the different ecosystems, and you just can find all the relevant people on one spot.
Nice.
So let's say ECC. Yeah.
ECC. Okay. I love ECC. So. Patrik, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm sure the community will love this episode. I was happy to learn more about you myself. So, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Cool. Thanks,
Stay
everyone.
safe and stay private.
Bye-bye.
Bye.